Here, do a little mic test. I'm going to turn my mic off real quick. Hold on.
Okay. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Super Bowl 61, NFASL Madden 26 Season 4.
You are good to go.
All right, awesome.
All right, we're good to go.
Awesome. Well, folks, the time has come. This is the swan song of Madden 26 NFASL Season 4. Concludes here in lovely Tampa Bay, Florida. Hi, I'm Thomas Jones IV, bringing you coverage of Super Bowl 61 here in NFASL, and it will be a matchup similar to real life last season. Can the Detroit Lions finish off NFASL's first three-peat? Or will Coach Stank and the New York Jets hoist another Lombardi trophy? First things first, let's kick this off as the Jets will have first crack at it as Ford is across the 20-yard line. So, Jets, Lions. Again, a matchup only made for NFASL. This would be a Super Bowl in real life that might break the matrix. But here in NFASL, Coach Stank, multiple Coach of the Year award winner, again against Coach Conk, looking for that three-peat and trying to inch himself further and further up NFASL all-time rankings in Super Bowls. So it'll start with the prodigy Jalen Milroe and this New York Jet offense from the 23-yard line. Expect fireworks here. This is going to be the matchup to watch today, folks. This Jet passing attack against the shutdown defense that the Detroit Lions have shown so far in these NFC playoffs, as Milroe immediately looking for something, and it's not there, as he'll have to throw it away incomplete. And again, we're going to see a lot of that today, folks. There are going to be a lot of throwaways from Jalen Milroe. Again, a balanced attack. They do run the ball more than they have in the past. But again, make no mistake about it. Their bread is made here with the passing game. And again, this Detroit Lions defense from front to back, again, the pass rush as well as the ability to cover on the back end. It just marries so well together as we see a short pickup there on second down on the bubble screen. Game's first third down. So last year in the Super Bowl was the Texans against these Lions. Third downs were where both teams really made the difference. In the first half, it was the Texans making all the big plays on third down, and the Lions responded in kind in the second half, and I feel the same way about this one. 3rd and 7 early on in the game, possessions are going to come at a premium. You have to be able to possess the football to win this game. So for Milroe, he's got to get to the 34-yard line, 33-yard line, looks like, on the goldenrod marker. Clean rush here this time, 4-man. Milroe across the middle looking. He is picked. He is intercepted at midfield by Edwards, and he has a convoy. 20, 15, and taken down by Smith at the 12. But the game's first big play goes to the Lions. Intercepted. Jalen Milroe was looking for I believe that was the tight end. Yeah, right down the middle of the field. Looked like he was going to have an easy completion, and out of nowhere comes Edwards. What a play. And the Lions take over with masterful field position at the at the Jet 12-yard line. So Bryce Young, first possession of the Super Bowl here. Again, started his NFASL tenure this Madden with Carolina. He's been a journeyman. He's been to Carolina, he's been to Minnesota, and last 2 seasons here with Detroit. So here is the first carry of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs. Again, a spectacular running back for the Detroit Lions. He's just going to gain 1 as you see the Jets selling out for the run on that one as we take a look at these 2 coaches, Coach Conk and Coach Stank respectively. As we're off to a massive start here for Super Bowl 61. So Bryce Young again under center here. Jahmyr Gibbs behind him as you see the front from Detroit. Quick throw. This is caught by Amon-Ra St. Brown as he is ushered out of bounds right at the 3-yard line, just a yard shy of the first down marker. Again, big 3rd down upcoming here. So after the turnover, Lions a yard away from extending the drive. As they will use some trickeration here, Jameson Williams is going to waltz into the end zone for the touchdown. End around, and the Lions strike first here in Tampa Bay. It'll be a 3-yard touchdown run for Jameson Williams, the speed demon by way of University of Alabama. As a matter of fact, a lot of Alabama alumni are part of this offense. Bryce Young, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Jameson Williams, just to name a few. As the extra point is good. So Lions not only get the interception, but they're able to parlay that into 7 as they take the touchdown lead here with 6:45 to play in the opening quarter. Super Bowl 61, as this ball will go out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And based on where that ball landed, right at the cusp of the landing zone, they're going to mark this one at the 20-yard line. So Milroe's going to be backed up a little bit to start this drive after throwing that interception on the game's first possession. So in the chess match between this Lion defense and the Jet offense, first possession went to Detroit. Let's see how the keep saying the Giants. The Jets respond. There we go. Carnell Tate, former Ohio State Buckeye, with his first catch on this drive. Second catch of the game for Tate, as he will pick up 9, and that opens up so much. I mean, again, what you do on first down, 2nd and 10, 2nd and 1, massive difference between what you call here. Is going to open up a run for Breece Hall, and I think he has enough for first down yardage. He does, as he's able to work across the imaginary line to keep the drive going for New York. They're going to have the ball now at the 31, 5.5 to go in the first quarter. Milroe, quick throw, complete. This is Arian Smith. And again, former Georgia Bulldog with a 10-yard gain, or just about 10 yards there. Mark him down at the 41-yard line, and again, another 2nd and short. This is exactly what the Jets want. They want to continue to get themselves in the 2nd and short, open up the run game on 2nd down, open up the play-action game as well. Milroe, flush to his right, looking, will fire a strike to Carnell Tate right between the wickets, and a first down picked up there for New York. So a good adjustment we've seen from the Jets and Jalen Milroe on the second drive as he tried to get a little aggressive on that first possession. This time they're working the intermediate game. Handoff up the middle. This is Breece Hall, and again, teams that work backwards. The best way that I can describe the Jets offense, it's like Jamie Moyer pitching. He was a guy that never threw really hard, but he would mess with hitters' psyche by throwing things off balance. 2-1 count, you're expecting a fastball. Jamie Moyer would hit you with a changeup, curveball, slider. Same way with this Jets offense. They pass to set up the run. Again, most teams, and even in the NFL today, you run to set up the pass. Jets, opposite of that. They pass to set up the run. As this throw is caught by Newhouse in traffic, as the tight end able to make the catch and get the Jets into the red zone. And this was an old adage I used to talk about with the Kansas City Chiefs in the Mahomes days and Coach KC before he left the league. This is where the game starts for an offense like the Jets. They're going to get whatever they want between the 20s, but what you do once they get down here determines the magnitude of this game, as it'll be Milroe calling his own number and Brandon Stevens, former New York Jet, making the tackle to prevent a first down. But Milroe finally able to showcase that dual threat ability from Alabama. It just dawned on me here that we have an all-Alabama quarterback Super Bowl, which something that I don't know if that's ever happened before in NFL or NFASL history, but cool little tidbit there. Milrow again, second down, pressures, picked up, throw to the end zone, wide open is Garrett Wilson for the touchdown. Good answer there from the Jets. Jets, as they are an extra point away from evening this score here at 7. An extra point will do just that. So, those of you just joining us, both teams able to score a touchdown. Jets, of course, threw an interception on their first possession. So Lions right now, in terms of the game of possession, are winning that battle. But the score, deadlocked at 7, as Mitchell Evans will send this one away. So for the first time today, we will see Andrews as he will take the knee. And that'll set up the Lions at the 35-yard line. Last possession, again, Detroit with plus territory was able to convert on that 12-yard touchdown drive, finishing it off with a 3-yard touchdown run from Jameson Williams. So again, as you see Bryce Young under center, we'll start this drive from the Detroit 35. Off play action, Bryce Young is dumped. He's taken down by Colin Simmons all the way to the 27. As the Jets defense says hello, as you see again, right off that right edge, untouched. They were selling for the run, but Simmons had the wherewithal to tackle the quarterback as well. And that'll put the Lions behind the sticks here. And as ironic as it is for Coach Conkey, again, one of the better passers in this league, really has made an adjustment this Madden, has really leaned more on the run game. So these second and longs, always interested to see what you call. You try to catch them off guard, as that's what they'll do, is they're looking for the edge with Jahmyr Gibbs with a Lamar Jackson-esque spin move, and he'll pick up the first down. Oh, good Lord, he left 2 men in the dust, picks up 19, and it just spoke to what we talked about there. Again, Lions of past years, they would have probably tried to throw maybe a 6-7-yard pass. You set up 3rd and 10, work from there. Not this unit. They really rely on their offensive line to move guys around. Jahmyr Gibbs with just absolute game-breaking speed and elusiveness as he erases the sack, and now Detroit is right where they want to be, right around midfield. This time it's the backup Marshall, and he's got running room as he'll get close to first down yardage. Tackled shy of that marker right at the 43-yard line of New York. So again, we talked about possessions coming at a premium. This is only the second possession of the game for Detroit, and we're already approaching the end of the first quarter, so buckle up, folks. This is going to be quite a fascinating Super Bowl to end NFASL Madden 26. It's Jahmyr Gibbs working the right side. Can he find the edge? He can, but what a tackle made by Gray to limit that to just a 1-yard gain. It is good enough, however, for first down yardage. So 1 quarter complete here from the big pirate ship in Tampa. Super Bowl 61. We are deadlocked at 7 between the Jets and Lions as we begin quarter number 2. Welcome back here to Raymond James Stadium. I'm Thomas Jones IV, here for you to walk you through this Super Bowl 61, Season 4 of NFASL. This is our penultimate game of this Madden cycle, and I'll try to litter this through as we continue this game. But, I mean, Moon always says that every Madden's the greatest Madden ever. I really do feel like this was one of the better ones we've seen in quite some time. Just from the schematic standpoint, as Gibbs will pick up 3, the ability to move your safeties both vertically and horizontally in terms of alignment, where to play your zone depth coverages, on top of the already established things about tackling and how to read RPOs, read options, all that. And then the coach abilities, too. There's just been so much they added to make this a more of a chess match as opposed to an RNG game. As you see, that time, Bryce Young saw that the pass rush was playing the contain, and he'll just take the couple of yards there to set up a 3rd manageable. 3rd and 4 here from the 36. Most likely going to be 2-down territory here for Detroit. As Bryce Young will work for the shotgun. He'll try to run the right side, but it's not going anywhere. Actually make him lose 5 as Mr. McGee with the tackle for loss. A couple of big plays from the Jets on this drive. And on 4th and 9 from the 41, let's see what Coach Conk decides to do. Is he's going to send his field goal unit out onto the field to attempt a long field goal. This would be For Tyler Bass, about a 58-yard field goal. Not much of a wind resistance this evening here in Tampa as the kick is up. It's got the distance, and it is good. So the Lions will retake the lead in the early moments of the second quarter by a score of 10-7. Detroit has scored on both of their possessions to this point. The only difference in the game so far has been the interception from Jalen Milroe. However, as this ball will go out the end zone and the Jets will start again at the 20, they did answer with a touchdown drive of their own, and now they have the opportunity to take the lead for the first time. So these two ball clubs making it to the Super Bowl for the Jets, they had to get through the Indianapolis Colts, they had to get through the Houston Texans, and a snowstorm in Denver to make it here to lovely Tampa, Florida. As for the Detroit Lions, did not have to leave the confines as they took on the Carolina Panthers. They defeated the Washington Commanders, and then in the NFC title game, they made the New York Giants quit in the third quarter. As that first down carry from Breece Hall will net about 3. Just to go back to, again, some more moments here from NFASL. Been a very wacky season, of course, a cycle that is, not just season, but a lot of longtime members left. A couple came back, like myself. JD and I both got to taste what different conferences were like for the first time. I mean, seeing him as the Colts, me and the Cardinals, a little wacky, but again, really enjoyable experience. Like I said, just the mechanics of the game. I wasn't here for season 1, but from season 2 to 4, like what they did with the pass rush, again, and mentioning just the fact that you could change so much about your defense and how they line up, I thought this was a really good Madden to be a schemer. So here's a handoff for Breece Hall after that first down reception, and he'll gain about a yard to the 32. Second down and 9, this time for Milroe. Clean pocket to operate in, and so go across the middle. He finds his man in stride. Carnell Tate to the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. What a throw from Jalen Milroe. He put that one on a rope, folks. And the Jets take their first lead of Super Bowl 61, and they will make it a 4-point advantage here. So a show of resilience from Jalen Milroe after the interception on that exact same type of throw on the first possession. He shows no fear, going right back to the well, and he is rewarded with a 61-yard touchdown reception to Carnell Tate. Now here's the kickoff as the Lions now trailing for the first time today, but will get the ball to start the third quarter. Still well within the game, the way this game is going. It's still well within how the Lions want to play this. But now trailing by 4.
On the ready. Let's go. Ready.
Play action on first down. Young looking for something but does not have enough time as he will be able to get rid of the football. It'll be an incompletion. But yet again, you're seeing the Jets front 4 able to win at the line of scrimmage. And that's what both of these teams have done to get to this Super Bowl, especially for the Jets to get to this game. I mean, in the divisional round, they ran an up-and-down, knock-em-out shootout game with the Houston Texans as this throw is incomplete, looking for Gibbs. And quickly, this Lions drive is starting to reach a panic point on 3rd and 10. But to go back to the Jets, having won that game on a Quinnen Williams sack against C.J. Stroud there after an OPI. And then for the Lions, same thing. I mean, Aiden Hutchinson, Keldrick Falk, one of the best pass rush duos we've seen in NFASL this Madden cycle. Haven't heard much from them yet, but so far it's been the Jets front that's been able to give Bryce Young problems. So here's 3rd and 10. Motion man there before Young will throw. It's complete and short of the line to gain. Good tackle there from Bonds. But because it's 4th down and 1, albeit the Lions are at their own side of the 50, they are able to go for this, and it looks like they will. So one of the game's first pivotal moments. Crucial here, 4th and 1. You don't pick this up, the Jets are in plus territory. Let's see what the Lions decide to do. They will trust it to Jahmyr Gibbs, and I think he's got the first down, and yes, he does. The back judge confirms it. They move the chains, and this Lion offense will stay on the football field and keep the drive going. That's crucial because not only do you obviously keep the ball, you don't let the Jets get it in plus territory. Now you're able to control the narrative of the rest of this clock. As you see Gibbs staying in bounds, 3:33 to go and counting. But again, good job that time by New York to stay disciplined in the run fit. As you see, you're able to sneak behind that right guard and make the tackle. So that's a loss of one. That's the third tackle for loss garnered by this New York Jet defense. Three-man rush, Bryce Young running out of time, trying to buy more. And eventually he's just going to have to shove this away. Yep, he threw it out of bounds. Because, again, he's about 10, 15 yards away from the line of scrimmage. That's not within the tackle box, so no grounding. And, again, another 3rd and long upcoming here for the Lions. Very impressed with what the Jets have been able to do so far. Again, and Gibbs had that big run on the 2nd and 18, but they've done a good job of keeping him from hitting those explosives. And it's forcing Bryce Young to have to nickel and dime down the field. Handoff. It's Gibbs, and that's going nowhere. The Jets all over it. First led by McGee, and because of that, the Lions are going to have to punt the ball away. So after converting that 4th and 1, unable to get anything more than that, as Jack Fox will send this one deep into the Tampa Bay skyline, and it's returned by Peck, surprisingly, but he's got room. He's up across the 20. He cuts it back. He's at the 30. What a return. What a return from Peck, as they will set up shop right at the 30-yard line. With all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, Milroe has a chance to go up double digits here for the Jets. So huge possession as we are approaching the 2-minute warning here from Tampa in Super Bowl 61. This is a Breece Hall handoff and a tackle made at the 37-yard line, which will take us to the 2-minute warning. Our score in Super Bowl 61, Jets on top of the Lions by a score of 14-10. New York possessing the rock at the 37-yard line on 2nd down. So short 4 yards to go. Pick up this 1st down. Jets playing with the lead and the ball. Lions will get it to start the 3rd quarter. You see Milroe taking his time. Motion man is Carnell Tate. Milroe will look that direction and complete it. 1st down, Carnell Tate to the 49. He's responsible for 87 of the 144 yards that Jalen Milroe has thrown for in this 1st half. Milroe, of course, 2 touchdowns, intercepted once. 11 personnel this time for the Jets, as they'll go right back to Breece Hall as he's trying to find running room and picks up 5. As you see, again, the Lions up at the line of scrimmage, trying to stymie that run game. Milroe with adjustments here. And he's going to take off and run. He's got a lane to the 30, 20, and you can kiss him goodbye. That is a Jet touchdown. Jalen Milroe calling his own number, and the Jets have now scored 3 consecutive possessions, all ending in touchdowns. Extra point to make it a 21-10 game is good. And after the Lions took that 7-0 lead, they've been outscored 21-3 with 1:11 left. Now for the Lions, you got to get points somehow, some way. Get this back to 1-possession game, and for the Jets, that's masterful work. That's exactly what you want to do after starting the game with the interception, having the ball first, knowing that the Lions get it to start the 3rd. That's just great job by Jalen Milroe and this offense to execute and get down the field. So for Coach Conk and these Lions, Bryce Young is now going to be put into a situation. You have all 3 of your timeouts. There's 1:06 to go. But the run game is, unless you get, of course, you get a big run from Gibbs, the run game more than likely will not be able to get you down the field here. Young to pass, quick throw. This is the tight end Sam Laporta by way of Iowa, as he's got the 1st down of the 42, and the Lions will use a no huddle here to hurry up to the line of scrimmage. And they will run the ball here to Gibbs, but Jets, again, as they've been in this entire first half, they've been prepared and ready, as that's just a gain of 3. To the 30. So, 2nd and 7. This pass complete. Jamison Williams, first down, and a timeout called by the Lions with exactly 30 seconds to go in the half. It's been a haywire and a fast-paced first half. I mentioned possessions were going to be at a premium, but it turns out that that was not true, as the Jets, able to hang up 21 in this first half. Lions a little bit behind the 8 ball right now, but again, you get it back to a one-possession game. You get the ball to start the third quarter, and you have a chance to make this a brand-new ball game. So here we go. It'll be a screen pass for Tesla, but again, just excellent tackling. This time it's Gray who's able to save that from being a much bigger gain. And now down to 18 seconds. They'll try the bubble screen. Williams gets away, but he is tackled in bounds, which forces the Lions to call another timeout. But now you are well within the field goal range of Tyler Bass. So right here, it would be about a 47-yard attempt. You still have the timeout, more likely 2 or 3 shots at the end zone before they attempt the field goal. Bryce Young from the gun against a 4-man rush. Running out of time and incomplete. The pass rush was able to limit that throw, as they have been living in the backfield today. Now with 9 seconds left in the timeout, real curious to see what Detroit draws up offensively. Again, the Jets want to keep everything in front of them here and try to make this tackle in play.
Here we go. 50 green. Cut.
Bryce Young, flush to his right. Looking. Fires one dangerously up into the air. That will fall incomplete. So 2 seconds remaining in the half. Out comes Tyler Bass. And for the Lions, again, not what they wanted, but they have the opportunity here to get this back to a one-possession game. Bass from 47. It is good, and we will hit halftime here from Super Bowl 61 with a score of New York 21, Detroit 13. Moment to catch our breath, folks. All right, so starting the third quarter here, as we just witnessed a Super Bowl halftime performance from Sabrina Carpenter that I'm sure will be talked about for years to come. Here is the Detroit Lions, as it is Marshall to return it. Down by 8, and they will start at the 21-yard line. So those of you just joining us here on the stream, I'm Thomas Jones IV. This is the final game of the 2026 Madden cycle for NFASL Season 4. Jets, Lions in the group chat Super Bowl, as the Lions will start this drive down by 8, as Jahmyr Gibbs so far in this game has been held to a pedestrian game under his standards, of course, as he picks up 3 that time. And just great scheming so far from the New York Jets defense to, again, keep Jahmyr Gibbs from busting a big run and forcing Bryce Young to beat them down the field. As this is another bubble screen, but this one will be caught and immediately tackled. This has really been the key to this game for the Jets. They've been able to just limit the yards after catch and the yards after contact, all that stuff. As soon as the ball is caught, you're seeing white jerseys rally to the football, and another great tackle that time. So quickly, it's 3rd down and 6. Detroit needs to get to the 31 in order to resuscitate the drive, keep it going.
45.
It's a 4-man rush. Young across the middle. It is hauled in by Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's only his 2nd catch today, but it could not have come at a better time as it picks up 1st down yardage, and now the Lions are in Jet territory. Nice anticipatory throw that time from Bryce Young. As you see, the throw was made before Amon-Ra St. Brown made that break on the post route. I love seeing throws like that. That's really the Brock Purdy special. That's what makes Brock Purdy the type of quarterback that he is. So it'll be Bryce Young. We have a penalty here, so this one is most likely coming back, as I see a hold, against Cam Robinson. So go ahead and take that one off the board. It'll be now 1st and 20 for the Lions back at the 42-yard line.
Here we go. Check, huh?
On second down, it's a handoff for Gibbs, and he just has nothing doing. All of the gaps are filled by Jet defenders, and he loses a yard on first down, as that was Jermaine Johnson making the play. And it's just been, again, time and time again in this ball game, Jahmyr Gibbs not finding that running room. Again, backed up, well behind the sticks. Bryce Young, quick throw. It's a completion to his number 2 running back, Marshall. He'll pick up about 6 of those yards back, as it's now 3rd and 15 for the Lions. So from the Detroit 47-yard line, Lions looking at a 3rd and long as we approach the 5.5-minute mark of the third quarter.
Ready. Ready. Black 40. Ready.
Young with plenty of time, looking across the middle again, but it is incomplete. And the Jets defense will hold and again force a 3-and-out for the Lions. Jack Fox on for the second time today. Let's see if he can back the Jets up inside their territory as he's looking for the back spin. And wow, they gave it to him. I thought that was going to be a touchback. But according to the back judge, they will mark the Jets at the 7-yard line. Huge possession upcoming for these two clubs. Again, the game started with a Jalen Milroe interception, but since then he's been spectacular. 2 touchdown throws, and then he also capped off that last drive of the first half with a 40-yard touchdown run. So 1st and 10 here for New York. Under center is Milroe. They'll fake the give to Breece Hall, as this is complete to Carnell Tate, another first down. And just like that, the Jets continue to keep the momentum going offensively and the rhythm going, as Coach Stank looking for his first Super Bowl of this Madden cycle. It would be, I believe, his 2nd overall. Milroe, handoff. It's Breece Hall breaking a tackle and before gaining about 3. And you can just see that the Jets are just able to do what they want right now offensively. They can, again, obviously throw the ball, which forces you to try to leave those safeties back, opens up the run game. It's just that constant cat and mouse between having to guess what they're going to call. Milroe to throw. Across the middle. He's going deep down the field for Arian Smith. He's got him! Big play to the 23-yard line as yet again Jalen Milroe dices this Lions secondary. And this is just something we don't see a lot of, folks. The Detroit Lion defense the last 2-3 years has just not allowed big plays. And you're seeing the Jets just take the top off the defense. Arian Smith able to do so. And Milroe looking to throw again. Complete. Hall. First down again as he's inside the 10. 3.5 to go. Lions defense for the first time in, gosh, again, 2-3 seasons. They just look helpless out here right now against this Jet offense. This is another handoff. This is the backup running back. Peck also returns punts for these New York Jets as he gets nothing. Maybe lost a yard that time. As you see a rare stop there from the Lions defense this afternoon. Again, after that interception from Edwards, it's just been all New York Jets on offense. Again, this is 2nd and goal from the 11. Milroe, plenty of time, looking to the end zone. He finds Carnell Tate for 6. That is Tate's 2nd touchdown today, Milroe's 4th overall. And the New York Jets just keep on pushing. Extra point is good, and they now lead by a score of 28-13 with about 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. So here is Mitchell Evans to send this one away for Andrews and the Detroit Lions as he cuts it back, finds a little bit of a lane before being brought down at the 27. And now trailing by 15 points, about, let's see, 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. I don't think you can get rid of the running game just yet, but now, again, is the same ideas that drive at the end of the first half for the Lions. Bryce Young has to be the one to push this football down the field, and again, we know his Achilles heel is his throw power, so we will see if the former Alabama Crimson Tide quarterback can get that done. This drive will begin with Jahmyr Gibbs, and that's just an excellent play call. You have not been able to run the ball well today, so you extend the run game by throwing those quick out routes. And again, Gibbs is able to easily win that battle and get the first down up to the 46. And again, for the Lions, you're only 4 yards away from being in 4-down territory for the rest of the game. Again, starting the fourth quarter, you trail, you're able to go for it whenever you want. So that was a really, really big call. They're going to follow it up with a screen pass for Gibbs, and he's got another first down and then some. Out of bounds at the 38. And that is a good response so far from the Detroit Lions. A nice adjustment from Coach Conk to still find a way to get the ball to your most impactful player in Jahmyr Gibbs.
Here we go, set. Cut.
So jet touch pass here for Jamison Williams, as he did have a touchdown earlier in the game on an end around. As a matter of fact, the only touchdown the Lions have scored today. Pick up 7 more on the gadget play, and as we approach the end of the third quarter, Lions are finally able to put something together offensively, but has it come at a too little, too late cost? As you see, the Jets' offense has just been automatic so far. Here's Gibbs up the middle, first down. And that should be the final play of the third quarter, barring the Lions able to get this snap off. Let's see what the play clock goes down to on the accelerated clock. All right, so it'll go down to about 5 seconds. They should be able to get a play off if they want to. And they do. So this will be the final play of the quarter, and it's an incomplete pass looking for Amon-Ra St. Brown. So 3 down, 1 to play in the penultimate game of the NFASL Madden cycle. Here from Tampa, Florida, Raymond James Stadium, the site, the Coach Hitzka and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers so gracious of us to be a host, as the Jets and the Lions duke it out for immortality. 28-13 our score, Jets up by 15, as the Lions will begin the fourth quarter at the New York 26 on 2nd down and 10. Those of you just joining us, I'm Thomas Jones IV. Welcome. Super Bowl 61 and the final game of this Madden cycle, as we have 9 minutes to play. And what has been an up and down Madden, but I think overall a really positive one for at least gameplay-wise. League-wise, we're reaching a crossroads here. Again, a lot of members left. A lot of members that are going to need to be replaced. Obviously, 4th and go, still a thing. So, wish the best to New Moon, ATK, Coach JD, all those guys as they look for the next core. That being said, Lions not able to get anything on that 2nd down run, as it just has been a rinse, wash, repeat for this Jets defense against Jahmyr Gibbs. This throw is somehow caught in traffic by Tesla. Oh my goodness, the user of New York. I know Coach Stank is kicking himself right there. He thought he had what probably would have sealed the game, an interception right there. But instead, Bryce Young comes up big on 3rd down. Now it's Jahmyr Gibbs. No, actually, that's Marshall. It doesn't matter, as Jamin Davis with another tackle for loss. He's got 5 of them, tackles that is. I think 2 tackles for loss for Davis. But as a unit, this Jets defense has just lived in the Detroit backfield. They are winning that line of scrimmage battle time and time again. We've seen so many more of these 2nd down and 12s than we've seen 2nd and 15. Again, another incomplete pass from Bryce Young, as, again, the pressure and the moment might be starting to get to him. As now it's 3rd and 14. A field goal does you no good, so, again, you're obviously going to have to go for it on 4th down if you can't pick it up here. So from the 19-yard line of New York, the Detroit Lions on 3rd and 14 are going to work from the shotgun. Looking end zone, it's incomplete. Tried to find Tesla once more. And with 6:56 to go, the Lions are possibly down to their last roar. Got to get to the 5-yard line to keep the drive going. Might, again, for all what it's worth, you might as well go for the end zone here on 4th and long. Can Bryce Young find a window here? Can the Lions keep the season going and keep themselves in this ball game? Or will the Jets hoist Lombardi number 2 of Stank's tenure here in NFASL? Here we go. Bryce Young, it's a 3-man rush. Looking, he is able to find Jamison Williams for a first down. On 4th and 14, finds the soft spot in the zone and keeps the drive alive. Gets out of bounds as well. Not that that will stop the clock too long, as you see the clock has started to resume after the ball was spotted. But nonetheless, absolutely incredible throw from Bryce Young, considering the fact that that was a red. All right, here we go. Quick pass here. It's caught, and it is a touchdown. That is the backup, I believe, Andrews, who has himself, that is Jermaine Andrews, who has himself a Super Bowl touchdown. And the Lions not out of the woods yet. And looks like they're going to elect to kick the extra point. And that will make this an 8-point game. 6:25 to go. We have ourselves a ball game right here, as the Detroit Lions muster up all the energy they possibly could to get that touchdown. Converted a 4th and 14, folks, to get to that point. So now comes down to the Jets. Jalen Milroe, what say you? He's been stupendous after that interception. Easily going to win Super Bowl MVP if the Jets win this game. Has a total of 4 touchdowns today. He's thrown 3, run for a 4th. But again, there aren't a lot of weaknesses on this Jets team, but this has been the one thing that they've really struggled with, in my opinion, is these closeout drives. But can they do it here? We'll find out. As this is going to be a completion, a broken tackle, and it looks like Brandon Stokely-esque touchdown, New York on one play. What an answer, what a drive, and for Jalen Milroe, what a game. Oh my goodness. As he gets it all on one throw. And the extra point to get this back to a 15-point game is good. That took all of 26 seconds, folks. Jets hanging up 35 on this vaunted Detroit Lion defense, actually giving them a taste of their own medicine, too, because the Lions have really had to fight for every single point they put up on the board today. And I don't think it really gets talked about enough. We always talk about this offense with the Jets, but their defense is no joke either, as this is a great return for Andrews, who just scored the touchdown for the Lions, as they'll start at the 42. So we'll do this again. Same stakes as before for Bryce Young. You need a touchdown. Field goal does you nothing. I guess at this point, if you score with about 4 minutes left, I don't know if you go for 2 to make this a 7-point game. I'm leaning on the conservative side there. I try to at least just guarantee that I get that 1 possession lead. But we'll see what happens. Bryce Young, good pocket this time to work with. This pass is incomplete, almost intercepted, as Amon-Ra, the intended target. Second down and 10 here from the 42 now. Young looking, as this one is incomplete, in and out of the hands of Tesla. But I'm going to put that one more on Bryce Young than I am on the receiver. That ball needs to be a little bit more in front of the receiver as opposed to thrown at his helmet. But quickly, after 2 incomplete passes, it is now 3rd and 10 for the Lions with 5:54 to go. And the threat of the three-peat here is starting to dwindle. Eleven personnel for the Lions here. The Jets will counter with a 3-man rush. Young, across the middle. It's caught, but immediately tackled after a short gain. And now here comes the game. 4th and 7 from the 44-yard line. All the marbles here Tampa Bay Super Bowl 61 hanging in the balance.
Here we go. Set. Start. Ready.
Bryce Young back to throw. He's able to complete it. Can Williams find the first down? You bet he can. Second fourth down conversion he's made in this quarter, as the Lions will hurry back to the line of scrimmage. Exactly 5 minutes to play when the ball is snapped. And they'll set up a screen for Gibbs. He's got good blocking in front. He's got the first down, and he's out of bounds. And now the clock will stop with 4:54 remaining at the 33-yard line of New York. Lions now with a new set of downs after the first down completion to Gibbs, as Gibbs will check out the game. Marshall will step in his place. Running out of time, and yeah, Bryce Young just getting rid of it as he saw big Quinnen Williams stepping into the fold. A little Bama on Bama crime right there, as Young will try to reset here on second down. Here's a handoff for Gibbs across the middle, and the clock will run. Picks up 5. And as we expected, the Lions will employ the hurry-up offense here. As this pass is hauled in for the first down by Laporta. He was in bounds when he went down, so the clock will keep running as we're now under 4 minutes to play. Lions, of course, need the touchdown, need to get a stop, and then a touchdown and 2-point conversion. As this is Marshall for 4 more. And that is a completion for Williams. It'll be first and goal, 3.5 to go. Clock continuing to run. No Jahmyr Gibbs as well because of this. They have to keep Marshall on the field. Let's see if that ends up being an impact here. As Marshall will have a walk-in touchdown. It didn't matter. The Lions answer with a touchdown of their own, and now it is decision time. Do you go for 2, give yourself a chance to win the game possibly in regulation, or do you just kick the extra point and guarantee a 1-possession deficit? They're going to opt for the extra point here. So Tyler Bass will go ahead and make that academic. It's 35-27, 3:24 to go. And now it's decision time number 2 here for Coach Conk in the special teams unit. Again, they already elected to kick the extra point to make it an 8-point game. Obviously, you trust your defense as how well they played all season, but the way this game has flowed, I was really curious to see if they would try an onside kick. They did not. They're going to go for the kick, as this will be a touchback, and it'll put the ball at the 35 for New York. So we mentioned closeout drives, not necessarily being the Achilles heel of the Jets, but just something that they've struggled with in these playoffs. Again, teams have had a chance to win the game offensively, but their defense has won them those games. Let's see if Jalen Milroe's got one final dime in him, and Coach Dank can hoist another Lombardi. So it'll begin from the 35 on 1st and 10. Again, Milroe barking out instructions to his receiving core, as he will look for the tight end, and it's incomplete, in and out of the hands of Newhouse, who caught the touchdown on the last possession in similar fashion. But that stops the clock with 3:20 to go, so first down will go to the Lions. Again, bunch formation here for New York on 2nd and 10. They'll try the... Ball is out! Ball is out! Oh, and the Carnell Tate falls on it. Oh, my goodness, we almost had late game drama. Breece Hall on the handoff was absolutely mollywopped by Jack Campbell, but the aware Carnell Tate, that's what they teach you at Ohio State. You can't plant a flag, but you can plant yourself on the football. Gain of just 3 and a huge third down now with 2:40 to go. Here it is, folks. Milroe looking. He's going to go for it all for Carnell Tate. It is incomplete. Incomplete, and the Jets have to give it back to the Lions. Oh, my goodness, what a stand from Detroit. The hairs on the back of necks all over the Upper Peninsula and the Michigan area as their cardiac Lions have a chance to do something crazy here. Down by 8. 26-yard line. They got to go 74 yards, get the touchdown, get the 2-point conversion, and that's just to tie the game. But that's what's in front of Bryce Young and these Detroit Lions, who have answered every call in this second half. After trailing by 15 multiple times in this fourth quarter, Bryce Young now has that opportunity to get that all-elusive game tied. It'll start with a screen pass, and Quinnen Williams says absolutely not, as he is able to force the incompletion there. Gibbs may have had a huge play there. I saw two New York Jets defenders there. I saw 3 Detroit Lions there to block it, so who knows what would happen if Gibbs caught it, but that's going to go in the what-if category. First down goes to the Jets on second down. It is a handoff for Gibbs up the middle, and he's got first down yardage to the 40. What a gutsy call. As you see, he's just been stymied all day. 13 carries for 51 yards. That gain of 14 was his second longest carry of the day. His longest was 19. So basically 30 of his 50 yards have come on 2 carries. Again, kudos to the Jets. They've done a magnificent job against him. Young looking, running out of time, and will throw it out of bounds, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. So I think one of the more incredible things about that defensive stand from the Lions, not only did they get the ball back, but they didn't even use a timeout in the process. So there's obviously a scenario that they don't get it here, don't use any timeouts. They still could get the ball back with, obviously a minute or so to go. But that's just me overthinking, looking ahead. Obviously, that's not something that's on the mind of Coach Conk right now. He's focused on how do we get this ball into the end zone and get the 2 points to tie this game up. And again, if that happens, I pray we get overtime. That's just me as a biased fan here calling this game. There is nothing better as a play-by-play commentator than getting to call an overtime in the Super Bowl. There's just nothing touches it. As this is a screen setup for Tesla, but that is going nowhere. I believe that is Caleb Farley who made that tackle, or someone else with the same last name as Caleb Farley. As I can see, the skin color is not the same. But nonetheless, tackle for loss of 2. And with a running clock, Lions are down to their 38-yard line here. They got to get to midfield in one of the next 2 plays to keep the season alive.
Come on, set. Red, 38. Cut.
Here we go. As this ball is caught, Jamison Williams, time and time again, has been the definition of clutch. I mean, I know this man has to drive a stick shift the way that he's been in the clutch all afternoon long. 3rd and 4th down conversions, it's just been ridiculous. As Gibbs will pick up 4 more. Clock still running as we're now under 1:10 to go in Super Bowl 61. And fun fact, folks, again, this is just my biased opinion, but the greatest Super Bowl in real life I've ever seen happened in this very building. 2008 season, so 2009, Cardinals-Steelers. That one was an absolute doozy, and we've been welcomed to the same thing here in Super Bowl 61 as that pass is batted down and incomplete. 3rd down upcoming here for the Lions. Great coverage there. As Amon-Ra St. Brown, again, somebody else that has just been taken out of this ball game by the New York Jet defense. They have found a way to shut down Jahmyr Gibbs in the run game, Amon-Ra in the pass game. It's been Jamison Williams. It's really been him today. Jamison Williams has made big play after big play, lined up on the left of your screen. Can he find one more in him? 59 seconds remaining in this game. What a Super Bowl we have been treated to end this Madden. Again, 2 previous Super Bowl winners. Conk looking for the 3-peat. Stank looking for Lombardi number 2. Young looking. We have a penalty. I think this is on New York. And if it is, it'll be a first down. It is. They caught the user on illegal contact. That's an automatic first down. And the Lions will continue to reap the benefits there. And it's a first down at the 36-yard line. Man, what a time to throw a penalty if you are an NFASL official. My goodness. But nonetheless, I think that was a good call. I did watch the user basically just run right into the route, so I'm glad that Madden has finally picked up on that. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Lions still have all 3 timeouts remaining. Young will look to call his own number, and he is being thrown around like a pinball. Picks up 4. And the Lions will call their first timeout. 44 seconds to go. The Lions 32 yards away. They still would need a 2-point conversion after the touchdown, but they're getting closer to mounting this improbable comeback against the New York Jets.
Ready. Black, 95. Set.
As this is a bubble screen for Tesla. He's got running room down the near sideline and out of bounds. 1st and goal, 39 seconds to go. My. Business has just picked up, folks. We have been treated to a phenomenal 4th quarter, and the stops just keep coming. All right, so Lions on 1st and goal. Looking, left side, caught. First to the 1-yard line as we have an injury timeout for New York. That is Jermaine Johnson, who needs some medical assistance. Amon-Ra St. Brown pulled a Kevin Dyson right there. He was just a yard short. But now it is 2nd and goal from the 1. You could do anything here. You could run the ball, obviously, throw it. Either one.
50 green. Hut, hut.
Bryce Young will call his own number. Can he find the edge? He breaks a tackle. He's going the wrong way. Huge loss right there. A loss of 8. Clock running, timeout called by the Lions. That's a play that will go down in New York Jet history if they can pull off this defensive stand. You had him at 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line. Bryce Young tried to call his own number. But yes, just time and time again in this ball game, the Jets have been phenomenal, stupendous, terrific at shutting down this vaunted Lions run game. And now it's 3rd and goal from the 9. You still, of course, for that last timeout, you can work the middle of the field here. You don't necessarily have to throw it in the end zone, but we'll see what Coach Conk has schemed up here for these Lions. And on the other end, Coach Stank for the Jets. 3rd down. Here we go. From the gun. They will try the Jahmyr Gibbs run, and it does not work. Colin Simmons makes the tackle immediately. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm assuming that the Lions are looking to just make this the last play of the game. It obviously doesn't matter. So from the 8-yard line, as the timeout will come with 5 seconds to go. From the 8-yard line, this is what will determine our winner right here. The score, 35-27 New York. The location, Tampa Bay, Florida, Raymond James Stadium. Late in a Florida night, we are about to crown a champion. Or will we? There's still, again, the chance that we get the touchdown 2-point conversion. But, okay, there is what we call a Kodak timeout. Jets got to see what play the Lions came out in, called the timeout to try to get their defense set up for it. And what is going to be very akin to the 1999 finish between the Rams and the Titans, as well as Seahawks Patriots back in 2014, Ravens Niners, will it come down to a goal line stand? Here we have it, folks. 4th and goal, 8-yard line. Bryce Young and this Lion offense, they got to have it. If not, the Jets are your winners of Super Bowl 61. As the incomparable Gus Johnson says, for a chance to dance, end zone, it is caught! It is caught for the touchdown! Sam Laporta has done it! On 4th and goal, he finds the end zone, and now, temper expectations if you're a Lions fan. You've done part 1 of the impossible. Part 2 now. Get the 2-point conversion as you take a look at this throw and catch. My. Oh, what a throw from Bryce Young with his 86 throw power and all to Sam Laporta. And now they have to get the 2-point conversion. Will we get overtime? Again, another Kodak timeout. There is 1 second remaining on the clock. That obviously is inconsequential right now. Again, untimed down on a 2-point conversion. Jahmyr Gibbs has been shut down in this run game all afternoon into this evening. It's going to come down to the 2-point conversion. Bryce Young has already completed a 4th down and 14, a 4th and goal. I mean, just the throws this man has made in pressure-packed moments. None bigger than this one. Super Bowl 61 on the line here for Bryce Young. Here we go. Looking, runs out of time. He's going to try to run, and he's brought down. Incomplete. The 2-point conversion's no good. And the Jets a play away from Super Bowl immortality. Oh, the decision-making from Bryce Young. Okay, so they have the onside kick here. If they recover it, I still don't think that they'd be able to do anything unless they return it for a touchdown, of course. So here we go. Here is the final play, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Jet football. They will take the knee, and they will hoist the Lombardi Trophy. The 2-point conversion was no good. And Coach Stank has won Super Bowl 61 by a final score of 35-33. Have to give the Lions all the credit in the world. Three-peat, never been done in NFASL history. It will not happen tonight. As Jalen Milroe said, let a naysayer know I'm a Super Bowl champion. 35-33, our final score from Tampa Bay. What a wonderful game we were treated to, folks, NFASL. My goodness, that throw from Bryce Young. Oh, it's going to remind us of the Julio Jones catch from Super Bowl 51 in real life, where you just kind of forget about it because the Falcons lost the game. But that's one of those throws that just defies logic. I mean, I just cannot believe that he completed that pass. But all for naught, as it is the New York Jets who will fly out of Tampa Bay Super Bowl champions. Coach Stank hoisting his second Lombardi Trophy as the Detroit dynasty will end here in Florida. Again, final score, 35-33. Jalen Milroe, the presumptive Super Bowl MVP. Carnell Tate was magnificent. Although this being a 35-33 game, these two defenses gave us everything that they could have offered, especially the Jets. They made the Lions work, and it came down to the 2-point conversion. I'm already going to assume that the pundits out there would say, if you're Bryce Young, you got to take off and run immediately or throw that spot route as soon as he turned around. But nonetheless, NFASL, it's been a magnificent Madden 26. What a game we were just treated to end it out. Good luck to you all in the offseason. Good luck to those that have to be a part of 4th and Go. And until Madden 27, I'm Thomas Jones IV signing off here from Raymond James Stadium. Jets, Super Bowl champions. Thank you, everyone. Take care, and we'll see you soon.